Last semester, we wrote a paper as a part of Human-Computer Interaction Design course in Innopolis University. That paper provided us an opportunity to take part in the conference in Edinburgh. In our paper, we noticed that in recent years people have become more concerned about what they eat. In order to understand if the food is fresh and nutritious, people rely on their senses and the information on food labels. But what if we could communicate with food directly? In this paper, we focus on a new way to provide information about the food items. We conducted research on how people could interact with food by text and voice communication.
Hello, and we finally arrived to the Napier University and passed our registrations, and now I want to ask a volunteer what's going on here today. So, how many people already come to the conference?
So we had workshops yesterday and today, and we've had about 100 people register so far.
And for the next day, from Monday to Wednesday, so?
From Monday to Wednesday is when all the main presentations of the paper are and the main conference happens.
Oh, okay, so thank you a lot.
Pleasure.
So, our theme this year is bridging knowledge, connecting people. We want to connect across disciplines, across practices and understandings. The most interesting things happen at edges and boundaries, and so the aim of this conference is to examine the different approaches to framing knowledge about the design of interactive systems. But also we want to connect communities, practitioners, and industry from architecture, healthcare, product UX, service and interaction design to urban planning, agriculture and education. And we built a diverse and exciting program to reflect this aim.
Usually we are taught to understand data as a very structured, precise, formal thing. No? If we look closely, there are different types of data. For example, let's take a city. No? There are different types of data. So these are layers that you cannot see. Can you see also the lower ones? They are a bit dark. There is data coming from infrastructure, there's data coming from bureaucracy, from administration. There are narratives which are built on this data. And then there are what are called microhistories and dust, and we will talk about them in a minute. And an interesting thing about these types of data, all these types of data, is that the more you move from one layer to the other, going upwards, the more you are moving from consciousness to unconsciousness, no? Because while it may be really clear that bureaucracy is really about generating data, no? Administration is really about generating data. The more upwards you go, the more upwards you go, it becomes less clear.
So I will talk about 6 of the techniques we have been using. Today I will go through some examples of them. So this is an overview. I will give you more details. First of all, we have a technique like the Wizard of Oz technique, of course. Really important for exploring communication between the technology and the user. So Wizard of Oz is basically that you fake the technology to the user to be free to explore interaction. We do that in simulators, we also do it in the field, because field experiments is a really key to finding out about more natural behaviors. And sometimes those natural behaviors and situations are really complex. So we take them inside to a small scale scenario to kind of stop time and understand what's going on in that moment. Because now when we enter towards autonomous cars, the car becomes a social player in the traffic, and we must understand those social interactions of the car going on with pedestrians, other traffic and so on. And perhaps a bit more freer is enactment, where we imagine new interactions of tomorrow and trying them out with our whole bodies for the first time. Sometimes you want to be a bit more clearer about the interaction, and then you can use a technique like video and animation prototyping. There's also contextual inquiry, which is a really good way to find out about the very personal space that is the car. But we do that in a sort of future-looking sense, so try to place ourselves and our participants in a future of tomorrow. Not ending up too far into like flying cars and stuff, but into a different future.
and demo sessions. Today we participated in 3 sessions on design tools and technologies, and you can see here there are a lot of people, and there are also a lot of people in the demos room, and we will join them after we will finish presenting our poster. See now Alexander is talking to other participants, and he tells them about our project.
And you can chat with the farmer. How was the year in the farm? No, it was not so bad. It was not so good because there was too much rain. Ah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll buy the food. I'll buy the food anyway. So even if it's see this apple, and you show him the apple. This apple arrived in the supermarket, but it's not so nice. But since you had this this bad weather, I will buy it anyway. Can I come and visit you? Ah, okay. Where are you at? Okay, I'll come tomorrow. Okay.
So this is something we have imagined for this
So
equal solidar thing. So
how do these things allow you to go beyond consumption, no? And to establish relationships with people? Because the relationships is more important than the orange, no?
yeah. I understand the device. I mean, the device.
This would be super cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Thank
you very much.
Fantastic.
This conference gave us an opportunity to dive into a great journey to design space, which unites hundreds of like-minded people. Russian students never took part in this annual conference, but for us it was possible only due to support of Innopolis University and our instructor of HCI class, Sebastian Dinov. Besides that, it was a great chance to get familiar with the local culture of Scotland and its friendly citizens.